In the grand tapestry of entertainment history, some stars shine so brightly that their light continues to guide us long after they've left. Today, we honor 5 remarkable individuals who didn't just entertain us. They changed the way we see the world, challenged our preconceptions, and helped shape the cultural landscape we live in today. From hidden talents to behind-the-scenes moments, these revelations give us a deeper appreciation of their remarkable lives. Before we dive into these touching stories, grab your favorite snack and maybe a tissue or two, because these tales of talent and triumph are sure to move you. And hey, if you find yourself touched by these incredible legacies, don't forget to hit that like and sub button. Ready to celebrate some extraordinary lives? Let's get this show on the road. Teri Garr, 1944 to 2024. The versatile virtuoso of comedy. When Teri Garr left us on October 29, 2024, Hollywood lost one of its most versatile and beloved comedic talents. Her ability to bring both humor and humanity to every role made her a standout performer in some of cinema's most memorable comedies. From her scene-stealing turn as Inga in Young Frankenstein to her Oscar-nominated performance in Tootsie, Garr brought a unique combination of wit, warmth, and impeccable timing to every role. Mel Brooks once remarked, "Teri didn't just deliver lines, she delivered magic. She could make any scene better just by being in it." Her role as Sandy in Tootsie showcased her remarkable range, earning her an Academy Award nomination and proving that comedy could be both funny and profound. Dustin Hoffman, her Tootsie co-star, shared, "Teri had this incredible ability to be completely authentic while being absolutely hilarious. That's a rare gift." Beyond her famous roles, Garr was known for her resilience. When diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 1999, she became an outspoken advocate for MS awareness, approaching her health challenges with the same wit and grace she brought to her performances. "Life throws you curves," she once said, "but you can either let them flatten you or use them to drive forward." David Harris, 1949 to 2024. The warrior who changed action cinema. David Harris's passing on October 25, 2024, marked the end of an era for cult cinema fans. As a key player in Walter Hill's The Warriors, Harris helped create one of the most influential cult films of the 1970s. His portrayal helped establish a new kind of action hero, one who combined street smarts with vulnerability. The Warriors wasn't just about fighting, Harris once reflected. It was about survival, loyalty, and finding your way home. Those themes are universal. What many don't know is that Harris brought real-life experience to his role, having grown up in New York during the city's grittier years. This authenticity helped shape his performance and influenced countless urban action films that followed. Pause the memorial playlist, people, 'cause we're about to switch gears and spotlight someone who's turning personal pain into public power. Get ready to see a whole new side of Hollywood's comedy king, the one and only Ben Stiller. This guy's got more courage in his cancer story than most of us have in our entire life story, and he's facing down a serious enemy with the same dedication he brings to making us laugh. So grab your popcorn, 'cause we're about to get real with the man who made Blue Steel famous. Born in New York City to comedy legends Jerry Stiller and Ann Mira, Ben Stiller was destined to make people laugh. But in 2014, at the age of 48, he faced news that was anything but funny. That's right, our favorite museum guard was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And here's the kicker. He had absolutely zero symptoms. Nada, zilch. It's like the ultimate sneaky antagonist was trying to crash his movie set. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn, like one of those meet the parents moments, minus the laughs. The only reason they caught this silent troublemaker was thanks to a vigilant doctor who'd been tracking Ben's PSA, prostate-specific antigen levels. Talk about a plot twist. Most guys don't even think about getting tested until they hit the big 5-0. But Ben's doctor went off script, and boy, are we glad he did. When life handed Ben this particular lemon, he didn't just make lemonade. He turned it into a whole lemonade empire of awareness. Instead of keeping his diagnosis under wraps, which, let's face it, would have been the easier route in Hollywood, he decided to go public. It's like he channeled his inner Derek Zoolander, turned left instead of right, and headed straight for the truth. The treatment journey? Well, it wasn't exactly a night at the museum adventure, but it was just as action-packed. Ben opted for a robotic-assisted laparoscopic radical prostatectomy. Try saying that 3 times fast. It's basically like having a super-precise robot surgeon remove the cancer, kind of like if Tony Stark designed medical procedures. And just 3 months later, our comedy king was back on set, doing what he does best, making us laugh until our sides hurt. But Ben wasn't content with just beating cancer. He had to go and become a superhero about it. He's been using his platform to spread awareness about prostate cancer screening like it's his new blockbuster mission. He's written about it, talked about it on shows, and probably would have made a movie about it if someone had let him. Hey, there's still time, Ben. His message is clearer than a blue steel pose. Don't wait for symptoms, folks. Get checked early. Get checked often. What's really amazing about Ben's journey is how he's managed to keep his sense of humor through it all. He jokes that the hardest part of recovery was explaining to his kids why Dad couldn't lift anything heavier than a coffee cup for a few weeks. Classic Stiller move, turning a scary situation into a teachable moment with a side of laughs. These days, Ben's doing great, still cracking us up while secretly being a healthcare superhero. He's living proof that early detection is the real MVP in this story. It's like he's discovered a new signature look that's way more important than blue steel. Let's call it real teal for prostate cancer awareness. See what I did there? So what's the takeaway from Ben's wild ride? Maybe it's that life's scariest moments can become your most important mission. Or perhaps it's that sometimes the best scripts are the ones life writes for you. One thing's for sure. Ben Stiller isn't just a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He's a beacon of hope for anyone dealing with this diagnosis, and a reminder that sometimes the most heroic acts happen off-screen. Hey, if the guy who made us believe a museum comes alive at night tells you to get your PSA levels checked, maybe you should listen. Because unlike his movies, this is one performance that could actually save your life. So what do you say? Ready to follow Ben's lead and take your health as seriously as he took his blue steel look? Drop a comment and let's keep this conversation going. Because in true Ben Stiller style, we're not just talking about cancer, we're talking about changing the game entirely. Drake Hogestyn, 1953 to 2024. The man who lived 4,200 days of our lives. The soap opera world lost a true icon when Drake Hogestyn passed away on September 28, 2024. For over 3 decades, his portrayal of John Black in Days of Our Lives set the standard for daytime television drama. Appearing in more than 4,200 episodes, Hogestyn didn't just play a character. He became part of millions of viewers' daily lives. His co-star Deidre Hall remembered, Drake brought something special to every single scene, even after thousands of episodes. His dedication never wavered. What made Hogestyn's achievement even more remarkable was his character's complex evolution. From mysterious stranger to beloved hero, his portrayal of John Black navigated countless plot twists while maintaining an emotional authenticity that kept viewers invested for decades. Television is intimate, Hogestyn once said. When you're in someone's living room every day for 30 years, you become family. That's a responsibility I never took lightly. His approach to the craft helped elevate the entire genre of daytime television. Chad McQueen, 1960 to 2024. More than just the Karate Kids. Dutch, Chad McQueen's departure on September 11, 2024, reminded us of the lasting impact of the Karate Kid and its influence on popular culture. As Dutch, McQueen created one of the film's most memorable antagonists, helping to establish the complex dynamics that made the film a classic. Son of legendary actor Steve McQueen, Chad carved his own path in Hollywood. Being Steve McQueen's son opened doors, he once said. But once those doors opened, you had to prove yourself. And prove himself he did, bringing a raw intensity to Dutch that helped make The Karate Kid more than just another teenage movie. William Zabka, his co-star, shared, Chad brought something real to Dutch. He wasn't just playing a bully, he was showing us why people become bullies. That depth helped make the film resonate across generations. Doc Harris, 1945 to 2024. The voice that brought Dragon Ball Z to life. When Doc Harris passed away on October 5, 2024, the animation world lost one of its most distinctive voices. As the narrator of Dragon Ball Z, Harris helped shape the childhood memories of millions of fans worldwide. His distinctive voice became synonymous with epic battles and dramatic moments, turning exposition into entertainment. Narration isn't just about telling the story, Harris once explained. It's about building anticipation, creating atmosphere, and making the audience feel like they're part of something epic. What many fans might not know is that Harris approached each recording session with the same enthusiasm, whether it was his first episode or his 1000th. His colleagues in the voice acting industry often spoke of his professionalism and dedication to his craft. Angus Cloud, 1998 to 2023. A shooting star gone too soon. The loss of Angus Cloud on July 31, 2023, at just 25, sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Born on July 10, 1998, in Oakland, California, Cloud's authentic presence on screen as Fezco in Euphoria resonated with a generation searching for real representation in media. Discovered while working in a Brooklyn restaurant, Cloud brought something rare to Hollywood: unvarnished authenticity. "I'm not trying to be anybody but myself," he often said. And that authenticity struck a chord with viewers who saw themselves in his natural, unaffected performance. Zendaya, his Euphoria co-star, shared, "Angus had a gift for truth. He didn't act, he just was. And that's the rarest talent of all." His portrayal of Fezco helped change perceptions about what a dramatic actor could be, proving that trained technique isn't the only path to powerful performance. Hey squad, it's time to switch gears and spotlight someone whose real-life plot twists put even the wildest TV scripts to shame. Get ready to see a whole new side of the Mother of Dragons, the one and only Emilia Clarke. This queen's got more strength in her recovery story than all her on-screen battles combined, and she's facing down brain aneurysms with the same fierce determination she brought to conquering the Seven Kingdoms. So grab your dragon eggs, 'cause we're about to take flight with a story that proves sometimes the most heroic battles happen off-screen. Born in London with stars in her eyes and drama in her blood. Emilia Clarke didn't just break into Hollywood. She stormed its gates, like Daenerys taking King's Landing. But in 2011, while her on-screen character was busy hatching dragons, real-life Emilia was about to face a battle that would make the War of the Five Kings look like a playground scuffle. Picture this: a 24-year-old rising star, fresh off filming season 1 of the biggest show on television, crushing a regular workout at her gym in London. Then boom, the mother of all headaches hits. Not your need an aspirin kind of headache, folks. We're talking about the type that feels like the mountain himself is crushing your skull. That's when our queen discovered she had a subarachnoid hemorrhage, a fancy medical term for a life-threatening type of stroke caused by bleeding in the space surrounding the brain. Talk about a plot twist nobody saw coming. Now, some folks might have thrown in the towel right there, but Emilia, she channeled her inner Khaleesi and said, "Not today," to the god of death. Yes, I'm mixing my Game of Thrones references, deal with it. She underwent emergency brain surgery, and get this, she was back on set, filming season 2 just 2 weeks later. While the rest of the world watched her command armies on screen, nobody knew she was taking pain medication between takes and fighting just to remember her lines. Now that's what I call an Emmy-worthy performance. But hold on to your dragon eggs, because this story's got more twists than the corridors of the House of Black and White. In 2013, during a routine brain scan in New York, doctors found another aneurysm had doubled in size. Round 2 of brain surgery was even more intense than the first. We're talking about a procedure that required going through her skull. While her character was saying Dracarys on screen, Emilia was quietly fighting her own fires in hospital rooms, dealing with panic attacks, and wondering if she'd ever be the same again. What's truly remarkable about Emilia's journey isn't just that she survived. It's how she's turned her struggle into a movement. In 2019, she launched Same You, a charity dedicated to increasing access to rehabilitation after brain injury and stroke. It's like she took a page from Daenerys' playbook. Instead of freeing slaves, she's breaking chains of limited recovery care. And let me tell you, she attacks this mission with the same fire she brought to conquering the 7 kingdoms. The impact? It's bigger than any dragon shadow. Through Same You, she's raised millions for recovery programs, created digital rehabilitation platforms, and given voice to countless survivors who felt as lost as she once did. She's taken something that could have ended her career and turned it into a beacon of hope for others. Now that's what I call a true queen move. These days, Emilia's still crushing it in Hollywood, but with a perspective that's worth more than all the gold in the Iron Bank. She's openly shared her story in essays, interviews, and even detailed brain scans. Talk about keeping it real. She's shown that vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the kind of strength that doesn't need CGI dragons to be impressive. The way she describes her recovery process is both heart-wrenching and inspiring. In my worst moments, right there in my hospital bed, I would say to myself, tomorrow will be better. And you know what? She was right. Like a true Targaryen, she didn't just survive, she emerged stronger, wiser, and ready to help others fight their own battles. So what's the takeaway from our queen's journey? Maybe it's that real strength isn't about never falling. It's about how you rise from the ashes. Or perhaps it's that sometimes our greatest challenges become our most important missions. One thing's for sure, Emilia Clarke isn't just the mother of dragons anymore. She's become a real-life hero whose greatest conquest wasn't on any throne, but in the hearts of those she's helped along the way. What do you say, folks? Ready to be inspired by a different kind of royal story? Drop a comment and let's celebrate this warrior queen who prove that sometimes the most important battles are the ones fought in silence. After all, in true Targaryen fashion, she showed us that fire cannot kill a dragon, especially one with a mission this important. As we wrap up these remarkable stories of stars who turned their battles into missions, we're reminded that some of the most powerful moments happen away from the spotlight. From comedy clubs to movie sets, from quiet hospital rooms to global foundations, these celebrities show us what it means to face life's curveballs with courage, purpose, and an unwavering spirit. You know what's amazing? These aren't just stories about surviving. They're tales about thriving, about turning personal struggles into powerful platforms for change. Whether they're making us laugh, cry, or cheer, these stars are proving that their greatest roles might just be the ones they play in real life. So what's your take on these warriors' journeys? How do they inspire you to face your own battles? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because every story shared could be the light someone else needs to see. Remember, folks, every share, every like, every comment helps spread these messages of hope and resilience. You're not just reading celebrity stories. You're part of a movement that celebrates the fighting spirit in all of us. Until next time, keep your head high, your heart strong, and your spirit unshakable. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the size of your platform. It's about what you do with the story you've been given. Stay amazing, warriors, and we'll see you in the next chapter.